Styx Theatre Company are a company from Huddersfield. This is our second production. Our first was The Hoarder, which just finished touring, and now we've got this new piece created to go with the Tour de France coming to Harrogate. Cycling is the best sport there is. You're talking to a hardened cycling fan.
Yeah.
I play fantasy cycling, and I'm currently lying about 87th in the world, so I am passionate about cycling. It reflects life, and a bit like our play, the metaphors for life and the peloton and the winners and losers and leaders and domestiques, and there's so much going on.
Adams explained the different sections of a race and why people do the most extraordinary things they do in a race. Like they'll suddenly go ahead, and they'll stop, and somebody else will start going ahead, or they go slow at places. And now when I watch it, it's fantastic.
Life Cycle started when I interviewed some quite prestigious, well-known cyclists, from Brian Robinson, who is a sort of legend of 1950s cycling. He was the first Brit to win the Tour, win a stage of the Tour de France. And I should say that my dad also was a veteran world champion cyclist. So, along with interviews with more up-to-date, we've got national champions, current national champions, Alistair Rutherford, Adam Buggleby, Nicky Craig, Fred Salmon, and we've taken all these interviews, but we've pieced them together to make one life story through.
Now the difficulty with this show is it's devised, so there was no way that I could learn anything beforehand. Yeah. And at one time I thought, well, we could somehow improvise it. But then I found that I've been in the sort of straight theatre business so long that actually I couldn't improvise verbatim speech and stick to the line of a story.
And we should explain this idea of verbatim theatre for people that don't know. It's Chris is actually saying exactly what the people spoke, word for word, every every We're finding that people speak in a very different, we're doing it now in a very different way than writers write. I'm controversially going to say Alberto Contador. My favourite ever bike is the one I currently own, which is a Scott Scale 70, which is a mountain bike.
My last bike was a bike when I was working in Derby Playhouse, and I got a bike for something like 15 quid, so I took it all to bits. I put it all together again. I couldn't get the gears working. I got on it, and I'd done my Achilles in, and I felt my Achilles was straining when I was cycling, and I didn't have the courage to do it, so in the end I gave it to someone else.
Well, again, I grew up, my dad being a cyclist, so...
And was he a shaver of legs?
He was a shaver of
right.
legs. He used to do it in the bath with the lady shave.
Right.
And he also wore Lycra every day of my childhood, so
right.
I'm
you're at one with it.
Hardened Lycra fan.